In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Allah does not love open utterance of evil in speech, except by one to whom injustice has been done, and Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. If you do good openly or conceal it or pardon others evil, then verily Allah is all-pardoning, all-powerful. Verily those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and desire to make division between Allah and His messengers, and say, we believe in some and disbelieve in others, and seek to choose a way in between. These are in truth infidels, and we have prepared for the infidels a disgraceful chastisement. And those who believe in Allah and His messengers, and make no division between any of them, He will grant them their rewards, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. The people of the book will ask you to bring down for them a book from heaven, and indeed they asked Moses for greater than that, for they said, show us Allah vividly. So the lightning seized them on account of their injustice. Then they took the calf for a god, after the clear signs had come to them. Yet we pardoned that, and we gave Moses a clear authority. And we raised the Sinai Mount above them at the taking of their covenant, and we said to them, enter the door prostrating, and we said to them, do not transgress the Sabbath, and we took from them a firm covenant. So for their breaking their covenant and their disbelief in the signs of Allah, and their slaying the prophets wrongfully, and their saying, our hearts are covered, nay, but Allah sealed them for their disbelief. So they do not believe, save a few. And because of their disbelief and their speaking against Mary a grievous calumny, and because of their saying in boast, verily we slew Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, Allah's messenger, but they did not slay him, nor did they crucify him, but it appeared to them a likeness of that, and indeed those who differ therein are only in doubt about it. They have no knowledge with respect to it, but only follow a conjecture, and certainly they did not slay him. But Allah took him up unto Himself, and Allah is the Mighty, the Wise. And there is not anyone of the people of the book but surely believes in Him, Jesus, before His death, and on the day of resurrection He will be a witness over them. And for the injustice from those of the Jews we did forbid them those good things which had been made lawful for them before, and for their much hindering people from the path of Allah, and for their taking usury when indeed they were forbidden from it, and for their devouring the property of people unrightfully, and we prepared for the disbelievers from among them a painful chastisement. But those firmly rooted in knowledge among them and the believers believe in what has been revealed to you and what has been revealed to the messengers before you, and the establishers of prayer, and the givers of poor-rate, and the believers in Allah and the Last Day. Upon these we shall give a great reward. Verily we reveal to you as we reveal to Noah and the prophets after him, and we also reveal to Abraham and Ishmael, and Isaac and Jacob and the tribes, and Jesus and Job, and Jonah and Aaron, and Solomon, and we gave David the Psalms. And earlier there were messengers we have already told you of, and messengers we have not told you of, and Allah spoke directly unto Moses a peculiar speech. We sent messengers as givers of glad tidings and as warners, so that people might have no argument against Allah after the invitations of the messengers. And Allah is the Mighty, the Wise. But Allah bears witness to what He has sent down to you that He has sent it down with His knowledge, and the angels also bear witness, and Allah is sufficient as witness. Verily those who disbelieve and hinder people from the way of Allah have gone astray, far away from felicity. Verily those who disbelieve and act unjustly, it is not for Allah to forgive them, nor will He guide them to a way, except the way to hell, to abide therein forever, and that retribution is easy for Allah. O mankind, the messenger has come to you with the truth from your Lord. Then believe in him. It is good for you, and if you disbelieve, still to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. O people of the book, do not exaggerate in your religion, and do not say upon Allah save the truth. The Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, was only a messenger of Allah, and his word that he cast unto Mary, and a spirit from him. So believe in Allah and his messengers, and do not say Allah is a trinity. Desist, it is good for you. Verily Allah is only one God. Far be it from his glory that there be for him a son. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and Allah is sufficient as a protector. Never would Messiah disdain to be a servant of Allah, nor would the near-stationed angels. And whoever disdains his service and prides, he will gather them all soon to him. Then as for those who believe and do righteous deeds, he will pay them their rewards fully, and will bestow them more out of his grace. And as for those who disdain and pride, he will punish them with a painful chastisement, and they will not find for themselves besides Allah any guardian or helper. O mankind, there has come for you a firm proof from your Lord, and we have sent down to you a manifest light. Then as for those who believe in Allah and hold fast to him, shortly he will admit them to mercy from him and grace, and will guide them towards himself through a straight way. They ask you for a pronouncement. Say, Allah pronounces to you concerning the kalala, paternal or paternal and maternal, brother and sister. If a man dies and he has no offspring, but he has a sister, for her shall be half of what he leaves, and he shall inherit from her wholly, if she has no offspring. But if there be two sisters, then they shall have 2/3 of what he leaves. And if there be some brothers and sisters, then for the male shall be the like of the shares of 2 females. Allah makes clear the laws to you, lest you should go astray, and Allah is all-knowing of all things. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. O you who have faith, fulfill the contracts made by you or people. The 4-footed animals are lawful to you for food, except those which will be recited unto you. Hunting is not permitted while you are in the state of ihram. Verily Allah decrees whatever he intends. O you who have faith, do not profane Allah's monuments, nor the sacred month, nor the offering, nor the sacrificial animals with garlands, nor those going to the sacred house seeking the grace and pleasure of their Lord. And when you are free from the pilgrim garb and acts of umrah, then you can hunt. And let not hatred of a people once hindered you from the sacred mosque move you to commit aggression, and cooperate in righteousness and piety, but do not cooperate in sin and transgression, and be in awe of Allah, for verily Allah is severe in penalty. Forbidden to you for food are carrion, blood, the flesh of swine, what has been slaughtered in the name of any other than that of Allah, and the beasts strangled, beaten to death, killed by a fall, the gored to death by a horn, and that which a wild beast has begun to eat, all are unlawful, except what you slaughter in accordance with the prescribed law. And also forbidden is to you what has been slaughtered before idols, or that you divide by the arrows, all that is ungodliness. Today, those who disbelieve have despaired of your religion, so do not dread them, but dread me. Today I have perfected your religion for you, and completed my favor on you, and I have chosen for you Islam as a religion. But whoever is helplessly forced by hunger, without inclining to sin, can enjoy the forbidden food. Then verily Allah is forgiving, merciful. O Muhammad, they ask you what has been made lawful for them. Say, good things have been made lawful for you, and such hunting creatures as you teach, training them as hounds, and teaching them of what Allah has taught you, then eat what they seize for you, and mention Allah's name over it, and be in awe of Allah. Verily Allah is swift in reckoning. Today all good things have been made lawful for you, and also the food of those who have been given the book is lawful for you, and your food is lawful for them, and so are the chaste women from the believers, and the chaste women from those who have been given the book before you are lawful for you, when you give them their dowries, taking them in marriage, not fornicating, nor taking them for paramours in secret. And whoever denies the faith, his work indeed is vain, and he will be of the losers in the hereafter. O you who have faith, when you stand up for prayer, wash your faces, and your hands up to the elbows, and wipe a part of your heads, and your feet up to the ankles. And if you are polluted, then perform a total ablution. And if you are sick or on a journey, or one of you comes from the privy, or you have touched the women, and you can find no water for ablution or major ritual ablution, then betake yourselves to clean soil, and wipe a part of your faces and your hands with some of it. Allah does not intend to put on you any difficulty, but He intends to purify you, and to complete His favor upon you, in order that you might be thankful. And remember Allah's favor on you, and His covenant with which He has bound you, when you said, "We heard and we obeyed," and be in awe of Allah. Surely Allah is aware of what is in the breasts. O you who have faith, be always upright for Allah, bearers of witness with justice, and let not hatred of a people incite you not to act equitably. Act equitably, that is nearer to piety, and be in awe of Allah. Verily Allah is well aware of what you do. Allah has promised those who believe and do good deeds that they will have forgiveness and a great reward. And as for those who disbelieve and deny our signs, revelations, these are the companions of hell. O you who have faith, remember Allah's favor on you when a hostile people were minded to stretch against you their hands, but He withheld their hands from you, and be in awe of Allah, and on Allah let the believers rely. And certainly Allah made a covenant with the children of Israel, and we raised among them 12 chieftains, and Allah said, "Verily I am with you, if you keep up prayer, and pay the poor rate, and believe in my messengers, and assist them, and lend Allah a kindly loan. I will most certainly cover your evil deeds, and I will certainly cause you to enter gardens beneath which rivers flow. But whoever among you disbelieves after that has indeed strayed from the right path." So for their breaking their covenant, we cursed them and made their hearts hard. They alter the words of Allah from their places, and they have neglected a part of what they were admonished with. And you shall always discover treachery in them, save a few of them. Yet forgive them, and overlook their misdeeds. Verily Allah loves the good doers. And of those who say, "We are Christians," we did take their covenant, but they also, like Israelites, have neglected a part of what they were admonished with. Therefore we have stirred up among them enmity and hatred till the day of resurrection, and soon Allah will inform them of what they have been doing. O people of the book, indeed our messenger has come to you, expounding to you much of what you have been hiding of the book, and overlooking much. Indeed, there has come to you from Allah a light and a clear book. With it, Allah guides whoever follows His pleasure into the ways of safety, and He brings them out of darkness towards the light by His will, and guides them to a right path. Indeed, they have disbelieved who said, "Verily Allah is the Messiah, son of Mary." Say, who can hold anything against Allah if He intends to destroy the Messiah, son of Mary, and His mother, and everyone on the earth? And to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and whatever is between them two. He creates what He pleases, and Allah is all-powerful over all things. And the Jews and the Christians say, "We are the sons of Allah and His beloved ones." Say, why does He then punish you for your sins? Nay, You are mortals of those He has created. He forgives whom He pleases and punishes whom He pleases. And to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and whatever is between them two, and unto Him is the ultimate return of all. O people of the book, indeed our messenger has come to you to explain things to you after a cessation of the mission of the messengers, lest you say, There did not come unto us any giver of glad tidings, nor any warner. But indeed, there has come to you a giver of glad tidings, and a warner, and Allah is all-powerful over all things. And remember when Moses said to his people, O my people, remember the favor of Allah upon you when He raised prophets among you and made you kings, and gave you what He had not given to anyone else in the world. O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has ordained for you, and do not turn your backs, for then you will return to us losers. They, Israelites, said, O Moses, verily there is a very arrogant race in it, and verily we will never enter it until they get out from it. So if they get out from it, then certainly we will enter. 2 men of those that feared Allah, whom Allah had blessed, said, Enter against them by the gate, for when you have entered it, you will certainly be victorious. So upon Allah should you rely if you are believers. They said, O Moses, we shall never enter it at all, so long as they, the arrogant, are in it. Go therefore you and your Lord, and fight you both. Verily we will stay here sitting. He, Moses, said, O my Lord, I have power over none but myself and my brother. Therefore make a separation between us and these rebellious people. He, the Lord, said, So it, the Holy Land, will surely be forbidden to them for 40 years, that they will wander about in the earth. Therefore do not grieve for the rebellious people. O Prophet, recite to them the truth of the story of the 2 sons of Adam, when they offered each a sacrifice, but it was accepted from one of them, and was not accepted from the other. The one said, I shall certainly slay you. The other said, Verily Allah accepts only from the pious ones. If you stretch out your hand towards me to slay me, I am not one to stretch out my hand towards you to slay you. Verily I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Verily I desire that you should bear my sin and your own sin, and so you would be of the inmates of the hellfire, and this is the recompense of the unjust. Then his soul, through temptation of envy, facilitated to him the murder of his brother. So he murdered him, and thus became one of the losers. Then Allah sent a raven digging up the ground to show him, the murderer, how he should cover the dead body of his brother. He said, Woe unto me! Am I unable to be like this raven and cover the corpse of my brother? So he became one of the remorseful. For this reason we decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever slays a human being for other than manslaughter or mischief in the earth, it is as he had slain mankind as a whole, and whoever saves a life from death, it is as if he had saved mankind as a whole. And certainly our messengers came to them with clear evidences. Then verily, even after that, many of them became prodigals in the earth. The only recompense of those who make war against Allah and His Messenger, and strive to make mischief in the land, is that they should be killed or crucified, or their hands and their feet be cut off from opposite sides, or they be banished from their land. This is degradation for them in the world, and in the hereafter they will have a grievous chastisement. Accept those who repent before you have power over them. So know you that Allah is forgiving, merciful. O you who have faith, be in awe of Allah and seek the means of nearness to Him, and strive hard in His way, that you may be prosperous. Certainly those who disbelieve, if they had what is in the earth altogether, and the like of it with it, to ransom themselves with it from the punishment of the day of resurrection, it shall not be accepted from them, and for them there will be a painful chastisement. They would desire to get out from the fire, but they shall not get out of it, and for them there is a permanent chastisement. As for the thief, both male and female cut off their hands as a recompense for what they have earned. It is an exemplary punishment from Allah, and Allah is the Mighty, the Wise. But whoever repents after his iniquity and makes amends for his evil deeds, then surely Allah turns to him mercifully. Verily Allah is forgiving, merciful. Do you not know that to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth? He punishes whom He pleases and forgives whom He pleases, and verily Allah is all-powerful over all things. O Messenger, let not those who hasten in infidelity grieve you, from among those who hypocritically say with their mouths, "We believe," but their hearts do not believe, and from among those of the Jews who listen for the sake of lying, listen with a spy manner for other people who have not come to you. They distort the heavenly words from their places, saying, "If you are given this, take it, and if you are not given this, beware, be aloof, and whomever Allah desires to punish, you cannot avail him anything with Allah. Those are they whose hearts Allah does not desire to purify. There is a degradation for them in the world, and in the hereafter they will have a grievous chastisement. They are listeners to any lie and devour the unlawful. Therefore, if they come to you, judge between them or turn away from them. And if you turn away from them, they will harm you nothing. And if you judge, judge between them with equity. Verily Allah loves the just. And how do they, the Jews, make you a judge, while with them is the Torah, wherein is Allah's judgment? Yet they turn away after that, and those are not believers. Verily we have sent down the Torah, wherein is guidance and light, by which the prophets, who submitted themselves to us, judged for those who were Jews, and so did the rabbis and the scholars of divinity of the Jews, in accordance with what they were entrusted with the Book of Allah, and they were witnesses thereof. Therefore, do not dread the people, and dread opposing me, and do not sell my signs for a little price. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has sent down, those are they that are the infidels. And we prescribed for them in it that a life is for a life, an eye for an eye, a nose for a nose, an ear for an ear, a tooth for a tooth, and for wounds there shall be retaliation. But whoever remits it, it shall be an expiation of his sins for him. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has sent down, those are they that are the unjust. And following them we sent Jesus, son of Mary, confirming that which was before him of the Torah, and we gave him the Evangel, in which was guidance and light, and confirming what was before it of the Torah, and a guidance and an admonition for the pious ones. So the people of the Evangel should judge by what Allah has sent down in it, and those who do not judge by what Allah has sent down, those are they that are the evildoers. And we have sent down unto you the book with the truth, confirming that which was before it of the book, and as a guardian over it. Therefore judge between them by what Allah has sent down, and do not follow their vain desires against the truth that has come to you. For every one of you we appointed a law and a clear way, and if Allah had pleased, He would have made you all a single community. But He might try you in what He has given you. Therefore strive you, excelling one another in virtuous deeds. Unto Allah is the return of you all, and then He shall inform you of that in which you used to differ. So judge between them by what Allah has sent down, and do not follow their vain desires, and beware of them, lest they beguile you from part of what Allah has sent down to you. But if they turn back, then know that Allah desires to afflict them for some of their sins, and surely many of the people are evildoers. Is it then the judgment of the era of ignorance that they are seeking? And who is better than Allah in judgment for a people of assured faith? O you who have faith, do not take the Jews and the Christians for friends. They are friends of each other, and whoever among you takes them for friends, then surely he is one of them. Verily Allah does not guide the unjust people. But you will see those in whose hearts is disease hastening towards them, saying, We fear lest a calamity should befall us. And it may be that Allah brings about a victory or something from Himself for the benefit of Muslims, then they will be regretting for what they hid in themselves. And those who believe will say, Are these they who swore by Allah with the most forcible of their oath, that they were most surely with you? Their good deeds failed, and they themselves became losers. O you who have faith, whoever of you turns away from his religion, he does not harm Allah, since soon Allah will bring forward a people whom He loves and who love Him, humble towards the believers, stern against infidels. They strive in the way of Allah and do not fear the scorn of any blamer. This is the grace of Allah. He gives it to whom He desires, and Allah is all-embracing, all-knowing. Verily your guardian, wali, is only Allah and His Messenger, and those who believe, those who establish prayer and pay the poor rate while bowing down in prayer. And whoever takes for his guardian Allah and His Messenger, and those who believe, should know that he is victorious, because surely the party of Allah are triumphant. O you who have faith, do not take those who take your religion in mockery and play from among those who were given the book before you and the infidels as guardians, and be in awe of Allah if you are believers. And when you call to prayer, they take it in mockery and play. That is because they are a people who do not apply reason. Say, O people of the book, do you find faults with us for any reason, except that we have believed in Allah and in what has been sent down to us, and in what was sent down before the Quran, and that certainly most of you are evildoers? Say, Shall I inform you of him who is worse than that in retribution with Allah? Worse are those whom Allah has cursed and brought His wrath upon, some of whom He turned into apes and swine, and worshippers of Taghut, false deity. They are worse in place with Allah, and far more astray from the right path. And when they come to you, they say, We believe, while certainly they have entered in with infidelity, and certainly they have gone out with it, and Allah knows best what they were hiding. And you will see many of them striving with one another to hasten on sin and transgression, and their devouring the unlawful. Verily evil is what they have been doing. Why do not the learned men and the doctors of law prohibit them, the people, from uttering sinful words and devouring the unlawful? Verily evil is what they have been working. And the Jews have said, The hand of Allah is tied up, and cursed be they for what they have said. Nay, both His hands of power are always spread out. He bestows as He pleases, and what has been sent down to you from your Lord will certainly increase many of them in insolence and infidelity, and we have cast enmity and hatred between them till the day of resurrection. Every time they kindle a fire for war, Allah extinguishes it. They strive to make mischief in the land, and Allah does not love the mischief makers. And if the people of the book had believed and kept from evil, we would certainly have remitted their sins, and we would certainly have made them enter gardens of bliss. And if they had kept up the Torah and the Evangel and what was sent down to them from their Lord, they would certainly have had of the bounties from above them and from beneath their feet. Among them there are people who are moderate, but as for many of them, evil is what they do. O Messenger, convey what has been sent down to you from your Lord, and if you do not, then you have not conveyed His message at all, and Allah will protect you from the vice of people. Verily Allah does not guide the unbelieving ones. Say, O people of the book, you follow naught, no true religion, till you keep up the Torah and the Evangel, and what has been sent down unto you from your Lord. And surely that which has been sent down to you from your Lord, the Quran, shall increase many of them in insolence and infidelity, so do not grieve for the unbelieving ones. Verily those who believed, and those of the Jews and the Sabians and the Christians, whoever believed in Allah and the last day, and worked righteousness, no fear shall be upon them, nor shall they grieve. Certainly we took a covenant from the children of Israel, and we sent messengers to them. Whenever there came to them a messenger with what their souls did not desire, some of them they would deny, and some of them they would slay. And they, the Jews, imagined that there would be no affliction, so they became blind and deaf unto the truth. Then Allah turned to them mercifully, but again many of them became blind and deaf, and Allah sees what they do. Certainly they are infidels who say, Verily Allah, He is the Messiah, son of Mary. And the Messiah himself said, O children of Israel, worship Allah, my Lord and your Lord. Verily whoever associates anything with Allah, then Allah has forbidden to him the paradise, and his abode is the fire, and there shall be no helpers for the unjust. Certainly they disbelieve who say, Verily Allah is the third of the three, while there is no God save the one God, and if they desist not from what they say, a painful chastisement shall befall those among them who disbelieve. Will they not then turn to Allah and ask forgiveness of Him? And Allah is forgiving, merciful. The Messiah, son of Mary, is but a messenger. There were messengers the like of whom had passed away before him, and his mother was a truthful woman. They both used to eat food. See how we make the signs clear for them, people, and see how they are turned away from the truth. Say, do you worship besides Allah that which possesses for you neither harm nor profit? And Allah, He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. Say, O people of the book, do not exaggerate in your religion other than the truth, and do not follow the vain desires of the people who had gone astray aforetime, and led many astray, and went astray from the right path. Those who disbelieved from among the children of Israel were cursed by the tongue of David and of Jesus, son of Mary. That was because they disobeyed and used to transgress. They used not to restrain each other from any dishonor they committed. Certainly evil was that which they were doing. You see many of them making friends with those who disbelieve. Surely evil is that which their selves send before for them as their storage in the hereafter, and Allah's wrath is on them, and in the chastisement shall they abide. And if they had believed in Allah and the Prophet and what was sent down to him, they would not have taken them for friends, but most of them are evildoers. Certainly you will find the most hostile of people to those who believe are the Jews and pagans, and you will certainly find the nearest of them in affection to those who believe are those who say, We are Christians. That is because there are among them priests and monks, and because they do not behave proudly.